Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. Say shalom to you Akim out there. And this is in the news of November 21st, 2022, and 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time on this Monday morning. And this is two news articles that I'm about to bring out. They both from the Jerusalem Post. And this first news article for In the News, published November 21st, 2022 by Reuters from the Jerusalem Post. And the highlight of this news article, and it reads, for today in the news of November 21st, 2022, magnitude 6 earthquake strikes Crete, Greece, EMSC reports. It says an earthquake of a magnitude 6 struck Crete, Greece early Monday. The European Mediterranean Seismology Center, EMSC, says the quake was a depth of 80 kilometers, 49.71 miles, the EMSC says. And this is an earthquake in Indonesia. It says the highlight of this news article, and it reads, Indonesia quake kills more than 50, injures hundreds, and destroy homes. A 5.6 magnitude earthquake kills more than 50 people and injured hundreds in Indonesia's West Java province on Monday, with rescuers trying to reach survivors trapped under the rubble amid a series of aftershock as night fell. West Java Governor Ridwan Kamil confirms 56 deaths from the quake. Was epicenter was the town of Shenjar, about 75 kilometers, 45 miles southeast of the capital, Java, where some buildings shook. Some officials were evacuated. And it says so many buildings crumbling and shattered. Ron told reporters there are residents trapped in isolated places, so we are under the assumption that the number of injured and deaths will arise with time. Indonesia straddles the so-called Pacific Ring of Fire, a highly seismically active zone where different plates on the Earth crust meets the crust at a large number of earthquakes and volcanoes. The National Disaster Agency says 20 people were likely still trapped under the rubble collapsed buildings. More than 1,770 houses were damaged. Nearly 3,900 people have been displaced. And the Shenjar spokesperson Abdul Maris says electricity was down and disruption communication efforts, and Herman Sherman, head of Shenjar's government, said, adding that the people in the area were Shunjen, if I pronounced that right, were unable to be evacuated because of a landslide blocking access. Footage from the news channel Metro TV shows what appears to be hundreds of victims being treated in a hospital parking lot, and some buildings in Shenzhou reduced more likely to rubble as worried residents huddle outside Slovakia. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 11. Yahweh Shai speaking in red letter, which is the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence and fearful sightings and great signs shall there be from heaven. Right, because there's a great increasing of these earthquakes in diverse places, and that's what we've been seeing lately. Lately a great increase of these earthquakes in diverse places, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the famines and pestilence that's increasing. We've been seeing great signs from heaven. We've been seeing recently the blood moon on November the 8th. So, we're seeing signs of the Heavenly Father is definitely visiting this place which He made. I'm going to bring out 2nd Esdras, since I mentioned it. What's that? 9 and 2, I believe. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is a very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which He made. Right, because that's what He doing right now. He's definitely visiting this world which He made, With these earthquakes, tsunamis, floodings, heavy snowstorms, heavy floodings, mudslides, volcano erupts, dust storms in the Middle East. So these are showing signs that the Heavenly Father is definitely visiting this place which He made, with these weather-like conditions, And this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 3, and it reads, Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars in people in the world, right? Because we're seeing the earthquakes, we're seeing the earthquakes around the world. It's starting to increase, and it's going to increase more and more and more, So with that, I just wanted to bring out this little quick sit-down lesson about these two earthquakes over there in Indonesia, the west part of Java of Indonesia, Providence, that happened on Monday. Was 56 people killed and over 100 injured and destroyed homes in that region over there in Indonesia. And then you had an earthquake over there of a magnitude of a 6.0 over there in Greece. So that shows you that the Heavenly Father is definitely visiting this world which He made. And it's not have nothing to do with Mother Nature or climate change. It's the Heavenly Father, that's doing these things on the earth. Like I mentioned before, with the earthquakes in diverse places, these heavy floodings, earthquakes, natural causes, natural disasters that's happening in the world today. With these heavy floodings, mudslides, volcano erupts, wildfires, all these things. Droughts increasing as well too. Like the Euphrates River. That was dried up as well too. So the Heavenly Father, He's doing these things on the planet Earth, It's definitely going to increase, Expect to see more increase of especially like warmer areas around the world, especially here in the United States, places like Texas, Florida, California. You're going to expect to see earthquakes, especially like in the upper northwest of Seattle and Portland, and then the downer southern part of California, and then around the world as well too. You're going to see an increase of these earthquakes in diverse places. You're going to continue to see that increase. You're going to see these high magnitude numbers of increase of these earthquakes in diverse places around the world is going to increase, So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Shai. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakar Kadash. What's up, Bert? Bahashem Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom and the ball.